We didn't agree to that. You were not consulted when Saratoga made a decision that they want to have the highway under Prospect. Why should you now worry about what Saratoga is doing? They made a decision. They made a decision independent of Cupertino City Council consent. They said, we wanted to depress, and we're going to have it our way. That was the political reality, and that is what the traffic authorities designed the highway for. Now we would like to make another political reality, and that is, we want the highway depressed at Saratoga Sunnyvale as well. This could have been another alternative. You go under Prospect, go over Calabasas Creek, and then go at grade, depress Saratoga Sunnyvale. But that is unfair to business at Saratoga Sunnyvale. They would have very steep driveways. But we are fair-minded people. We don't want to take the business in Saratoga Sunnyvale and fight against them. They are the businesses that we go and use. We don't want to do something to them that is not fair. So there is a solution, but unfortunately it has a problem. I'll come to good solutions, don't worry.
Mr. Ersoy, I don't know, maybe it's only I, but you can talk more softly and everyone can still hear you, and I feel like I'm being blasted out. No, really, really. Could you? Can you not hear in the back?
Many people outside around want to hear. There are all people outside.
I will try to. Can you hear me now?
Okay. Would you please continue?
Thank you.
I'm sorry. There is a very good solution that I like a bunch. Go over Prospect and go under Saratoga Sunnyvale. They haven't asked you if you accept depressed highway under Prospect. Why should we care whether they wanted to have an overpass or not? Now, of course, that is unfair to Saratoga people. That's true, we are taking the traffic bundle, traffic mass. In addition to that, we were stuck with an elevated highway and nobody was saying it is unfair, but we'll say this is unfair to Saratoga. But what about this alternative here? Go over grade at Prospect, depress Prospect. There are no businesses along Prospect, therefore there are no problem with the driveway. You still go over Calabasas as the Caltran wants, and we'll go under Saratoga Sunnyvale. We'll take the traffic problem, they'll take the profile. It looks to me like it's a pretty fair solution. We are splitting. That is what we are currently offered, with a big question mark, actually, if they can mediate the floodplain problem. They say, we'll elevate Prospect just a little bit, 4 feet or so. The last number I heard for Saratoga Sunnyvale was that it was going to be elevated 12 feet. We'll have the highway depressed in both sides, but more depressed at Prospect than on our side. I have to admit it is in the right direction. But let me remind again, we are faced with a solution where Saratoga Sunnyvale is elevated more than Prospect, and furthermore, we have a full diamond interchange where there is none at Prospect. Yes, negotiations with Saratoga might have to be opened. But they haven't asked your consent when they made their decision. Why is it that we have to worry about Saratoga when we are dealing with Cupertino issues? We want this highway. We are willing to take our burden, but we also want to have a fair solution. Now, from the beginning, I did indicate that I am not a civil engineer. I am an engineer. But I know someone who is a civil engineer, who is a very darn good civil engineer I respect a bunch. Unfortunately, he's not here. He is my father. He has designed hydroelectric power plants for 25 years. Then he built sewer systems in another country and highways. When I was faced with this problem, I called him and I said, "Dad, I got another problem." I told him what it was. He said, "Son, that's my expertise. I think based on what you're telling me, it can be built." I am not a civil engineer, but I know someone who is. He said, "How could they not build it in my United States when we can do it here?" I want to give you a quotation from a very, very famous man. He says, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." It's Albert Einstein. I have a great respect to them. I have talked to many of their engineers. I believe they are fair-minded people, and I believe they have a lot of imagination. They can come up with the solutions if you establish a new political reality. That's all it takes. When John F. Kennedy said we're going to go to the moon, he didn't have all the solutions. He made a political statement. When Reagan said we're going to have Star War, he didn't have all the technical solutions, but he made a political statement. It is up to you to make a political statement. It is up to the engineers to find a solution to it, not the other way around. To conclude my statement, first of all, I thank you for giving us this opportunity to talk to you. And second of all, I would like to tell you that peoples of Cupertino would like to have a fully depressed highway, and we believe it can be done. Thank you.